Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me for Reseller Coffee Talk for a working hangout. I am going to be inventorying a bunch of stuff this morning. So I will just chat with you guys while I do that. I think Justin from RVA Flips might pop in here in a little bit too. And I threw the invite out to some others as well. So we will see who shows up. It looks like I already have Anessa in here. Pink Allen Cash. Hey, girl. Princess Casserole. Ooh, Thrift Trader, Jason. If you want, you can jump in here with me, Jason. Just let me know and I'll send you the link. Blackberry Thistle Tea. Good morning, everyone. It's so good to see everyone. I'm actually home this weekend, so I'm actually able to get some stuff done this morning and hang out with you guys, so it's great. Good morning, Shamrock Pixie. Good morning, The Bargain Effect. Oh, I am pulling up my spreadsheet right now. How do you guys inventory? I put all my stuff into Excel. Oh, Princess Casserole is going to half price day at estate sales. That sounds fun. But as you can see behind me, I have way too much stuff that I've already listed that now I need to put away before I can buy more. Good morning, Larry. Good morning, Wyatt. Good morning, Tommy. I'm glad I have some mods in here because I really do work during these working hangouts, so I might not be following the chat super closely. Good morning, Brian. Princess Casserole, I really don't have restraint, as you can see behind me, but I just need places to put the new stuff. I don't really have a topic, Jason. I'm honestly just working and I just wanted to hang out and talk to everybody because I haven't been on YouTube for a while other than our Sunday night show. So I will send you the link. Hang on.
Good morning, Lauren.
Hi, Glenn. How are you?
Doing good. How long you been starting this show? I didn't realize how long it's been going on.
Like 2 minutes.
Okay.
I just started.
All right. Yeah, I just got here at work. Hit a couple garage sales this morning.
Awesome. Did you find anything good?
Not much. I'll show it to you in a little while. Like I said, I'm unloaded on my counter out there on the customer counter and all. I'm about to grab me some coffee and all that. But I found a Looney Tunes and Green Bay Packers sweatshirt, but they look like more higher end sweatshirts versus the regular sweatshirts. And all that. So maybe I can get maybe $20, $25 a piece for them.
Nice.
Then I got a new thrift store that opened up not far from here. I was doing an errand the other day and I passed by and it said open, and I looked and it's like a thrift store. So I went by last night. They opened at 7 o'clock, which is kind of nice, but I'm not sure they're going to do that very long. That. So I'll get off here at 5 and stop there and found some Levi's 501s, which I think is like the button tab, size 48-30. So they're real big sizes and they're pretty clean. And all that.
Very nice.
And all that. So let me grab some coffee and all that. Hopefully some more people jump in and all that.
I'm putting labels on one of my bins that I'm about to put something in. Cool. I like to use eBay tape to tape them on there. Gotta use up that eBay tape. It is weird hearing people talk about yard sales right now because I'm literally about to get a blizzard.
Right.
That's part of why I'm here this weekend.
Well, you see what I'm wearing, t-shirt, so let me grab my coffee. I gotta have my coffee.
Yeah, I have way too much stuff right now. I need to get some of this out into my garage and into storage. This is not good. I literally have like a fort of crap behind me. It's not good at all. Or should I say a money pile? It's a money pile. I feel a little better about it. I didn't know they make quiet tape, Princess Casserole. I wake my husband up all the time too doing that because I'll pack stuff at like 4:30 in the morning when he's still sleeping and my tape is still loud.
I'll be back on to you.
All right. I don't even know if all this stuff that I'm putting away, if I've listed it yet. I don't think I have, but I at least have the pictures done, so maybe I'll get it all up today. And then this week I can go buy more stuff because we all know that's the fun part, is buying new stuff. Let's see here. Does anybody have any questions for me while I wait for Glenn to come back? Good morning, Andy. I'm going to look that up right now. Yuan quiet tape. Oh, my coffee mug is from Pandora, and it just says Minneapolis on it. I got it for free from a Pandora rep when I used to work in advertising, and it's one of my favorite coffee cups. So,
Lauren, is this a live hangout? I mean, you're broadcasting live, or is this just private?
This is live. We're on YouTube. Sorry, I should
have. I think you just talking, that's what I'm going. Okay. I think this might be live.
Swamp Picker Unplugged, everybody. My sales are actually doing pretty good this week for really not being around. I've had some family stuff going on, so I listed a little bit this week, but I haven't just been
got my coffee now.
Doing it like I normally do, and my sales have been pretty good for slacking. So,
yeah.
But I hope to get like 50, 60 up by the end of the day today once I get all this stuff cleared out of here. So,
how many people are watching now?
I don't even know how many people are watching. Let me look.
Yeah.
I'm such a good YouTube host, not even paying attention. 31. That's pretty good.
This is what I found this morning. So green. No, it was pretty cool. I saw these patches on the side, and they're real heavy,
Oh yeah.
Versus the regular green base, so I bought it for $2. They had 3 on them. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that brand. You know more about clothes than I do.
Oh, it looks really nice.
That's what I'm saying. It looks really nice. That and this Looney Tunes was kind of heavy. Set, it's on border, real heavy.
Oh yeah.
I got it for $2 and all that.
I miss garage sales. Someday when I don't get a foot of snow every other day, I'll be able to go to a garage sale. I can't wait. Yeah. Andy, are you getting a blizzard today, or is it just Minnesota? If you're still in the chat.
And that's those Levi's here, super clean looking. Like I said, the secondary tags on there. Usually people rip that off.
Oh yeah.
Those
are like brand new looking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna put like new or whatever, not new, but I'll probably still use the word used. But try to get them listed today before it starts raining out there.
Nice.
Then we have what you call a trash and treasure sale. And basically it's like, you remember Mervyn's department stores?
Yeah.
Oh, and basically that's Craig, I think.
Oh yeah, I sent it out to a bunch of people.
Yeah, but
live in the morning. So
they have Saturday at like 7, starts at 7:30 and all that. So I got there and all that. And they had about a couple hundred people in front of me and all that. But got these, if I can get them out, these 2 Polaroids.
Oh, nice.
And all that.
I've had a Polaroid for like over a year.
And all that. I kind of pay high, but a lot of time I'll list them and turn them over super quick. Retrospect, but I like paid $4 a piece. A lot of time I do that chicken picker show and try to get on that show and then sell them and maybe win the pot. One time I won like $30. I sold like 3 cameras like within like 2 minutes.
That's awesome. That kind of stuff. Whenever I find those, I like to just list it in my car.
Yeah, I think these are a little bit more.
Take a bad picture.
Spectrum. I paid $5 for this one in the box.
Oh wow.
But hopefully that new thrift store works out. Like I said, hopefully I'll pass that every day on the way home and all that. Let's see what else. So I'll use this for shipping, like I said, these envelopes, like that. It's like a couple hundred envelopes in there.
Oh,
paid
yeah.
$33 for this, so and all that.
I'm excited to garage sale.
And what part of Minnesota are you in?
Minneapolis area.
Okay, I've been there before. I went there a few years ago. I don't know if you ever heard of a place called Spring Creek. I think it's near Millville. It's Millville, Minnesota. I've been there, back in 2011, I think. Yeah, 2011.
Now I'm looking up where it is.
No, but I think they get big time snow up there too. It's called like Zumbo Falls, but I think it's Millville, basically the closest town to it. Little town.
Oh yeah, it's kind of by Rochester, so that's a little bit south of me.
Okay.
Where I'm at.
And this morning, I had a church garage sale. This is kind of heavy. I saw it there and didn't even look at it, and I said went back and I'm still there. So I actually researched it real quick. Let me see. Make sure I open it the right way. Turquoise typewriter got for $3.
Cool.
And I looked it up, some of them were selling $80 to $125 as far as trying to sell them. I couldn't, I only think a couple sold, maybe 60 to 80. But for $3, and all that, and I'll take a chance. And it, like I said, man, it was a madhouse, like I said in that line. It was funny. The person that sits behind me at church is an older lady. And all that. And I said, if I ever see a garage sale in front of me, I'm gonna come up to her and say, "Hey, Mom." So I was walking up to her, and hey, maybe only 5 people behind her. And I walked up and, "Hey, Mom." And she was sitting in the bench. Lucky she was in an area where they had a bench, right before the door. So I got snuck up, got about 5 spaces up on everybody.
Nice. Oh.
Well, they didn't have much this year. Last year I did pretty good. I found a Pendleton heavy coat last year for like $2.
Oh, nice.
And put that on Poshmark and sold it. I need to pull the chat up.
Carla just asked, am I going to do the Posh affiliate program? As of right now, I am not.
How does that work? They sent me a notice for it.
How I word this because I'm on YouTube to sound nice, but I don't feel comfortable posting something and getting paid for it. That's just not how I want to be with my Instagram and everything else. Like, I'm already making money just running YouTube, talking to you guys. Like, I don't want to be posting ad content on my Instagram, and I'm cool with anyone who wants to do that. I just, at this point in my life, I don't feel comfortable doing that. So as of right now, I will not be doing the Poshmark affiliate program, but maybe later, maybe if I go back to being a full-time reseller, we'll see. So that could change. Oh, Pete came in. Good morning, Pete.
Yeah,
You're welcome to join us if you want. I can send you the link. Just let me know.
Yeah, they asked me to be an affiliate and all that, and I didn't really understand it, what?
Yeah, it's only offered to you if you are a Poshmark ambassador.
Yeah.
And then they will pay you to post on Instagram.
Right.
Well, not just Instagram, social media.
Right. Yeah, I collected yes or something like that, but I'm not sure what exactly it does. So.
Hopefully I was politically correct in explaining why I didn't want to do it right now, but I have fun posting on Instagram, and I don't feel like I have to do it on a schedule or anything like that. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I put stories up all the time, but half the time I don't do real posts. And then there's days where I'll do like 5 posts in a day. I just don't want to be on some sort of schedule feeling like I have to do it. It's fun for me now. I want it to stay fun.
Where are you at on YouTube? I mean, I thought I belonged to you. It's up to you.
Let me look. Kind of been slacking on YouTube, so.
If you're live, that way I can read the chat while I'm.
I have 1,947 subs.
But as far as your name, I thought I belonged to you. I can't find you on YouTube.
Hot Chic Thrift is my YouTube.
THIC.
I can actually link it for you. Hang on. I'll link it in the chat.
Okay.
My Instagram, I have way more followers than on YouTube. I've been doing Instagram longer though. I actually started doing YouTube after I met you guys at the Reseller rally, and you all talked me into doing it.
Yeah, we're outside, and he said, "Can I?" Well, you won something. I said, "Can I do it? I can do it." And I think some people were kind of perturbed. Yeah, you won it. You put it in regular chat. I meant like a private chat.
I put it in the regular chat.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I can't get into regular chat. I'm not on YouTube. That's what I'm saying. What is it? Hot chick?
Oh, sorry.
I thought you put it in private chat. You know.
I'm not awake yet. I haven't had enough coffee. Hang on. I'll put it in the private chat. There you go.
Perfect.
Good morning, Craig. Good morning, Michelle. Oh, I'm so happy that everyone came to hang out with me this morning. I feel so loved. I figured I'd have like 10 people come in because I just set this up really late last night. So
Yeah, you got 41 people. You get popped
so
out chat.
and loved.
Yeah, we need to do another one of those Chicago trips. That was fun.
Yeah, that was really fun. I want to do something like that again. Are you going to go to eBay Open? I don't know if I am.
No, I'm not going. I got too much around here going on.
Same
it
here.
Costs what it costs. You know, somebody putting out the cost. It costs this, costs that. Plane fare. It costs you about $1,500, $1,700 easy, probably. You have to fly and all that.
Well, the dates are just really, really bad for
And it's the middle of the week too, right? Kind of.
Yeah, and it's the middle of the summer. And I mean, during summer, if I take time off, I want to be at my cabin. I don't want to go somewhere where it's 120 degrees out.
That's about it. I saw that 100. You know. I'm from Louisiana, so I understand hot weather. You know,
drinking a beer than sitting in the desert in July.
Craig's here, Parrothead, Andy's here, Bianca's here.
Yeah, we've got lots of the regulars here. Yeah. I love it.
Hello, Bianca. Yeah, she's over there in Germany.
Closer. Then we could all go hang out in person. It would be so much more fun. Go to IHOP.
Yeah, I was looking through my pictures this morning. I saw, it was a picture of you and Shane, and it wasn't me in there. I was the one taking a picture and some others.
Yeah, I really want to go down to Chicago soon and go sourcing. It would be really nice to meet up with Andy and Shane and Brian. And Lauren Coal City lives down there. If you guys follow her on Instagram at all, she just started on YouTube too. She's been doing haul videos and she puts up awesome stuff. So you guys should sub to her if you want.
I'm about to lose power.
I'm already gonna need more coffee. I'm like cranking this stuff down this morning. I didn't get much sleep last night. I'm weird. If I go to sleep late, I can't really sleep, so I probably got like 2 hours of sleep.
Well. Hey, Brewmaster. Are they jumping in early this morning?
Yeah. What time is it where you are, Bianca? It's either probably really late or really early.
3 o'clock in the afternoon. 3 o'clock in the afternoon there.
Oh.
I'm guessing. Or maybe later. It's a 6-hour difference or 8-hour difference.
Okay, I gotta fill this bucket with stuff now. Some of this stuff you guys probably saw in my haul video. I've only put like half of it away, so. Oh, I didn't even put this in my inventory yet. I really am slacking. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, I just sold this to California. I got to send that up to California, Sprocket.
Oh, cool.
I look on my emails this morning, so they'll go out.
Bonnie always pick up the coolest.
Yeah, I saw a Pete Maravich poster this morning. You know, it wasn't like super expensive. I took a picture of it and sent it to him, but he never responded. You would have bought it for him. You hung it on his wall.
I
But
think
he
he's
never.
out garage sailing.
But
Because
he
I
never
told
did.
him I was going to do this, and I can't remember what he said to me last night, but I think that's what he's doing.
You know, I gotta get another 8 hours of sleep for me to survive.
Let's see here.
Hello, Carol. Bargain shopping.
Oh, Phil's here too. Hello, Phil. I'm probably the most boring person ever to watch on a working hangout because I sit and work. I try to talk.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm not rambling.
Good morning, Valerie.
Good morning, Valerie.
Oh.
Hi, Jason. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, Jason.
Good.
Good morning. I'm about to find out how hot this coffee is.
Yeah, I got a microwave down here too, so I'll heat it up. Where are you at, eBay? There you are.
Do what, Lauren?
This is kind of fun. I usually see you at night, and now I'm talking to you in the morning. I like it.
Yeah, you're lucky to catch me up this early because I'm usually up really late.
I was up late last night and now early, so it's just one of those days. I might need a nap later. The state high school hockey tournament this weekend in Minnesota, that's like a national holiday. So we were out last night watching that, and then we came home, and then I couldn't fall asleep, so I did some work. And then I slept for like 2 hours and got up and started working again. And then I'm sure we'll go watch that again later. If we can get out in the blizzard. We'll see.
Let me get the chat pulled up here.
Was hockey bigger in high school up there than football and baseball?
Hockey's huge up here.
As far as like high school level, you know, down here football is big.
Like these hockey games are televised.
Right, so that's
and they're in the
pretty big.
same place that the Wild play.
So I mean, like high school hockey is more serious than high school football then.
Oh yeah, way more serious. And actually, in the metro area where I live, there's a lot of people are super into lacrosse too.
Me myself.
If you guys have any questions for us in the chat, feel free. But most of you guys are veterans that I've been friends with on YouTube for like 3 years now. So I'm guessing you don't have questions for me. But Jason and Glenn, you might have questions for. And if you guys aren't subbed to them, you should be. Jason is Thrift Trader on YouTube, and Glenn is Swamp Picker. And they both pick up really awesome stuff.
Oh, man. I'm just not awake yet.
I hate when I have stuff that I'm inventorying and then I'm like, oh, that's really cute. Maybe I should keep that for myself and not sell it. Just did that with that shirt.
Dr. Flagrant. Interesting.
I'm adding some more moderators because we're all talking and not really watching the chat.
Right.
I just made Michelle a moderator. Thank you, Michelle. She says, I'm here to serve. Craig says, why is it so hard to juggle multiple platforms, YouTube and life? Yeah, I agree. I've missed this. This is so much fun to just sit and talk and like hang out with you guys. I just haven't had time to do it.
Yeah.
Who knows? If I'm snowed in, I might do another one tomorrow morning. So if you're not subbed to me, make sure you sub to me in case I do another live show. What channel is the show on for Fortunes and Reselling Sunday? Do you know?
Let's see. I think wasn't it Chris last week?
Yeah, it was Chris last week, and I couldn't make it. I was with my grandma, so.
It might be Scott's turn. I'm not sure. Don't get me to lying. Don't get me to lying.
I know I haven't gotten in a while either, so I'm like, oh, maybe it's my turn. I don't know.
Actually, it might actually be. I have no idea.
Okay, well, if you're not subbed to everyone on the Fortunes and Reselling panel, make sure you do that too, friends, because we don't know where we're at yet. You'll find us on Sunday on one of our channels. It's going to be a great show. Oh, and this is asking my friend Lauren that I met at Reseller Rally. Yes, her channel is Coal City Loot, and she does a lot of higher end clothing like myself. And her name's also Lauren, which is a great name. So you should sub to her because she's just starting her YouTube career.
Awesome. You said it's Cold City Loot?
Yes. She's more into Instagram than YouTube, kind of like me. She does a lot more on her Instagram. So if you follow her on Instagram, you're probably going to get a lot more content. Let's see here. Geez, I don't have like any of the stuff I'm putting away in my inventory. That's so naughty. I'm normally super good about entering everything before I take pictures of it. I wonder why I didn't, whatever day this was. I can give anyone a tip. That's the tip. Before you do anything with your inventory, enter it into a spreadsheet and how much you paid and where you bought it and all of that, because otherwise you're going to forget, like I am right now. And now I'm putting all this stuff in here and I don't remember what I paid for it and I'm totally guessing. Not good.
Try figuring that out after buying a storage unit. At that point, it's just kind of like you just kind of separate what you're going to sell and divide it between like what you paid. So
I actually like doing buyouts better. It's a lot easier because then I can just throw everything from the buyout. I don't have to inventory it first. And then I know pretty much like counting the pieces exactly how much I paid for each piece. So,
yep.
I actually have a buyout in my garage that I haven't done anything with yet. I just got it like I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. But I need to clear out all this crap before I can bring it up and do something with it. Yes, my Instagram handle is the same as my YouTube name. And I did just recently set my Instagram to private. So if you request to follow me, I'll just approve you. I was getting a lot of like weird robots following me on and off, and I didn't want it to mess with my Instagram ranking, so I just went private without going into too much detail. I saw a couple people on Instagram are having that weird problem where they're getting a billion likes on a post as soon as they post it. Yeah, I'm getting a couple people requesting me, so.
Lauren, are you going to eBay Open?
Haven't decided yet. We were just talking about this before you jumped in.
Yeah.
It's at a really bad time for us because we usually are at the cabin for around a week during that time. And that's our only time we can really take off to spend that much time at the cabin.
Gotcha.
And I don't know if I want to go sit in the desert when it's 120 degrees when I could be sitting on a pontoon boat drinking a beer in like 85 degrees. I don't know.
You're not
It's
supposed
hard.
to. You're not supposed to go and sit in the desert. You're supposed to go and sit in the casino.
Well, then I'll be really poor because you know I love to gamble.
Oh yeah.
Like I love to gamble, and
All like
Finn doesn't want to go, so that would be even more trouble because then I wouldn't have the voice of reason when I was gambling.
all I can say is it's going to be a lot of fun, and think about it.
I'll think about it. You guys might be able to talk me into it. When I did Reseller Rally, I knew right away that I was going to go. It was just like really good timing for when I could go. I think, did we do it in June? Oh, Glenn's on the phone. He's not going to remember, but it was either in at the end of May or June. It was just like a really good time for me to get away. So
Yeah. Well,
Brian, he might remember when it was.
I know I'm going. My wife and I are going, and I know Scott and his wife are going. I know Shane's going. I know Wade and his wife are going. So there's a lot of us. There's a lot of us.
All right, now you're twisting my arm. I wish I could drive there too. Like that was the awesome thing about Chicago. I drove there from Minnesota, so I had my car. Like I could go sourcing, I could go do things. I don't know. Ooh, I don't know what to do.
Oh, come on. It'll
You
be
guys will
fun.
have to beat me up tomorrow on the show and twist my arm and try to get me to go.
All right. I'll let the guys know.
I think Scott's listening to us. He sent me a message earlier. It would be nice to see Scott and Joni too. I haven't seen Scott in person since Chicago. Shane either. I've been meaning to go down to Chicago and source, but I haven't had time. It would be really nice to see them.
Tommy, well, Lauren, have you ever been to an eBay open event?
No.
Okay. Tommy Bernard asked if there's really a point of eBay open for someone not into marketing. I can tell you from experience because I went last year, and yes, there is. You're not going to eBay open to market your own business. What the single most important thing I got out of eBay open last year was networking with other resellers, because it opens your eyes to like all the different styles and types of business models that other people run on eBay. For instance, I met a guy that purchases books after he sells them on eBay, and those books are shipped to him in a pallet, and he breaks the pallet down and he ships the books singly, like in singles, to his customers. And the crazy thing is he makes 7 figures a year doing that.
That's
It's
nuts.
Yeah, and he sells only books. So he struck a deal, essentially. In this particular instance, he struck a deal with Abe Books, and he developed proprietary software that would um, like keep his inventory with eBay the same as what Abe Books had. Um, I don't know how to. It's like inventory management software, and so he literally listed every single book that Abe Books had um, up on eBay, and he struck a deal with Abe Books because of a volume discount. He's able to sell those books cheaper than what he can get them, or not cheaper, but for more than what he has to pay for Abe Books. And they would send him a pallet, like everything he sold that day. He would just he would order them from Abe Books, and then the next day he would get a pallet from Abe Books of all of these books, and he'd break the pallet down and send the orders out to his customers. And it was just an insane business model. It was really crazy. So he doesn't have to go sourcing at all. He's just it's pretty much all streamlined at that point. He's got a couple of people that ship out the orders, and that's it.
Yeah. Tommy just said to people not on YouTube, I'm guessing. I can tell you that your hardest working resellers are probably not on YouTube. Like
Yeah.
when I was killing it on eBay, I never even had a thought in my mind to go on YouTube or Instagram.
Yeah,
And
you
I
just don't have
feel that
time.
so much because I've hit my biggest goal that I wanted with eBay. I bought my cabin and I was working towards that, and I would just work my butt off every day. But now I've saved up for that huge thing and kind of completed my huge goal. So eBay isn't it's not as important to me as it once was.
Yeah.
And now I'm having more fun with it. Like I'm not as super serious about it. If I was full time, I would be a lot more serious, but I'm still doing really well, and I like that I'm always having fun with it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I mean, in all the honesty, I mean, with the workshops that eBay provides and things, I mean, no matter how seasoned you are, like there is still a lot to learn.
Yeah, there's always more to learn.
But of course, you know, eBay Open for the most part is geared towards the newer seller. As far as what eBay provides in their workshops and in the conference. But again, you know, mostly, you know, for instance, you know, anyone that's strictly a thrifter for their inventory, eBay Open would be a really good thing for them because it'll definitely open your eyes to the many other business models that people run on eBay. So, I mean, it's up to you, really. And also, the way I look at it is it's a Vegas vacation on a tax write-off. So
Yes.
you gotta take breaks, guys. You can't just work your life away and not find some joy in life or find some fun in life. So
Absolutely. I need more coffee, number one, so I might run away for a second. And number two, I will say if you have never been to a networking event with resellers, you should go. Like it doesn't have to be eBay Open, it can be any type of networking event, but make yourself available to go. The best thing I ever did was network with other resellers. And now I have lots of other reseller friends. And now I know all of you guys in the chat. And it's just great. And it helps me push for my business and just stay focused. Because you're seeing how well everybody else is doing and you're talking to other people about your goals. And it just helps you stay focused.
Craig, it's kind of like a book drop shipper. The difference is though that they order the books and they arrive and they actually ship those books out themselves. So the only difference, I guess, is that they're actually shipping the product out themselves.
I think Justin might jump in with us. He sent me a message like 20 minutes ago that he was going to come in. So
Okay.
we might have a pop in from Justin. I don't know. Hopefully he'll be here soon.
Sounds good.
Are you guys cool if I go grab coffee really quick?
No, you can't leave.
I don't know if I should leave you alone.
Bring us some back.
You might do some crazy things. I trust you.
No, I'm good.
You can
I'm
hold
good.
down the
I'll
fort.
behave. I'll
All
behave.
right. I'll be really fast.
You are
I can get
good.
out. I have so much stuff everywhere. Holy cow.
So what is everybody in the chat? What's the plan for today? It's Saturday morning. We got 2 whole days of, well, if you're a full-timer, you got 2 whole days off. So what's the plan? I'm about to get started listing, honestly. My cat just showed up. But okay. List, packing and listing. Very nice. That's how we make money, guys, is listing items. That's probably my biggest downfall. I don't know how. The hardest thing for me to do in my business is sit down and list a bunch of stuff. Always has been. Of course, I think everybody in this line of work, that's probably their biggest downfall. What about you, Lauren? What's the hardest thing for you to do in your eBay business?
Honestly, I'd say shipping. I should like shipping, and sometimes I do, but lately I just feel like it's a waste of my time, and I shouldn't feel that way because that's where I'm making money is when it's leaving my house.
Yeah. Here's a pro tip. The higher dollar stuff, like I enjoy shipping out the higher dollar stuff because it's like, there's $50, there's $75,
I do like looking at the pile once I have it all packed up, like ready to go to the post office. I'm like, ooh, look at that pile of money. But
Yeah. It's kind of like a sense of accomplishment. I like taking a picture of that pile and posting it on Instagram occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at this. This is what's going out the door today.
Totally. I'm hoping if I can slam enough stuff up on eBay that I'll have a pile like that on Monday. I have a bunch of photos prepped, and then hopefully if I can get this stuff out of here, I'll inventory some stuff out of that buy and get even more photos prepped. And then I can just sit and list and list and list and list. That's how I like to list, just in huge groupings. It just makes it so much faster and easier.
So Jason, are you going to eBay Open or?
Yeah, I guess. Why not?
Well, how far is it for you?
I think we're gonna leave at like 5 in the morning and get there at 8 in the morning. But
that's not bad.
Well, that's because it's a flight and it's 2 hours, 2 hours behind in time. So, if I was to drive, it would be, I think, 18 hours.
Okay, so you don't live close enough to drive it then, really?
We do, but we're not driving. We're flying.
Yeah.
I can't see the way I look at it is that we'd have to shave 2 days off of our vacation.
Right. Well, that's 2 days of sleeping in a hotel, unless you're just hardcore and drive it straight through. Then you're dead zombie that day when you get there.
Yeah. So the flights, we're looking at a red-eye flight out of here so that we can get there early Monday morning and spend most of the Monday enjoying things before the day before the conference starts. So,
because you necessarily don't have to buy a ticket, man. You can hang out in that lobby, meet more people. You still stay at the hotel and do stuff.
Yeah.
And network, which is the most important part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could do that, I could do that. If I live within 5 hours, heck, I just, drive there and hang out,
Oh yeah. Like, shoot, you guys don't even have to buy an eBay Open ticket, honestly. If you guys just want to come out and network, you guys in the chat.
Yeah.
If you guys live close to Las Vegas, somewhat close, just come out, one day, and I'm certain that there's going to be a ton of us just roaming around. So
yeah, you'll run into more people, and so it's like,
yeah.
That's where you learn stuff. The bar rooms and the hotel lobbies. I hate to say.
Yeah.
This morning, we were doing YouTube shows.
Yeah, I remember the reseller rally, just sitting and drinking with everybody at like 11 p.m.
Yeah, that's where all the conversation happens. I mean, when you're inside of a conference, I mean, you guys aren't, nobody's talking to one another. You're listening, and so
that's how I got talked into going on YouTube, and it was a really good decision. Lonnie and John and Glenn. Yeah. They were all talking me into it. So, and Scott too.
Right.
Yeah.
And you guys talk, and a lot of us in Poshmark. I'm doing Poshmark now because of you.
Yeah.
It was nice on that one. My third item I saw was like a $300 bag or $200 bag.
Let's see here.
Well, guys, I will be right back.
Okay.
We will miss you.
Yeah, I'm looking up parts for people that are calling on the phone. If you heard the phone ringing.
I wonder how much it would cost to get like a tagged inventory system. Does anyone in the chat have one? Like where if you could scan barcodes and then it populates in your computer? I don't know how much that would cost, but I feel like it would save me a ton of time as I'm sitting here typing all this stuff in.
Oh, your own barcode system?
Yeah,
clothing?
I already put like tags on my clothes a
Right.
lot. Like I have my own custom branded tags for my store and I put them on myself. But all I'd have to do is put a barcode on it and then
Right.
scan it. I should look into that. We'll wait and see what the chat says. Maybe someone has already done that and they can tell me
Well,
about it.
does that work whenever you got like a couple thousand pieces of clothing?
I have more than that because I go across different platforms and I don't list everything on all the platforms. So Tommy says, photographing clothes is the worst. And I love clothes. I actually don't mind it. Since I got my mannequin, I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, a guy called all ago looking for a silencer for a bike and said, I think I might get one on eBay. I was looking on eBay. No, I don't have it.
I didn't even check my eBay yet today. And I have my notifications turned off on my phone because they were annoying me because I watched a bunch of stuff the other day. So now I keep getting all these pop-ups for things I was going to buy. I didn't sell anything since midnight. But the stuff I listed last night is getting a lot of views, so that's good. I listed some really expensive stuff last night. I'm hoping that tax money's coming in so people want to spend money on big buys. Oh. Tommy says you just need generator software for barcodes. The scanner is $20. Maybe I should watch some YouTube videos later while I'm taking photos and listen to people talking about that. Tommy says, I can't get my lighting right and Andy pisses me off with his pics. Andy pisses everyone off with his perfect pictures. He looks like he should be taking pictures for a catalog. They're literally perfect. I've tried to take Andy pictures, but I can't. If you guys haven't watched, he has a video talking about how he takes his pictures on his channel. You should watch it because he takes literally the best pictures I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know if Andy's still in here. He might have left. Oh, happy Saturday, lot of Josh. Oh, and I see Alan Schaefer is in here too. And Aaron. Sorry, guys. I have not been looking at the chat that closely. I've been typing stuff into my spreadsheet here. And Glenn's got me talking to myself over here. I'm totally getting by with good enough pictures, Craig. Like, my pictures aren't bad, but they look like crap if you lay them next to one of Andy's pictures. I've had people tell me that mine look good, and then I look at Andy's and I'm like, no, mine look terrible.
You can make a $10 shirt look like a $100 shirt.
I think Andy can get really good prices for his stuff too because he does take such fabulous pictures.
Yeah. I got a wooden fence outside I use, and like I said, I got to go out there in a little while and try to take some of what I bought today before it rains.
You should get that typewriter up. That thing is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll make sure I test it, before I do anything. And they have like even sell for parts, so I won't lose on $3. This is the shipping part, the weight of it,
Yeah. I could Photoshop all my pictures, I suppose, but
Yeah.
time's
and
money, man.
yeah, and like
I don't have
that,
enough time.
and Josh was talking about. Andy also puts the little logo, like if it's Levi's, Harley, usually in the right corner. You know.
He's a pro.
Yeah. He could go to Posh and speak. You know.
I don't even know when Posh Fest will be this year. I think they usually do it in like August or September.
Right. Well, they had it in Dallas. I think it was October. I think it seemed like it in Dallas this past year.
I wish that they would do it closer in the Midwest.
Right.
I would really like to go. It was just really expensive to go last year. That's why I didn't. Just flight alone would have killed me, and I didn't want to drive that far. So
right. Well, it's an 8-hour drive for me, but I just didn't want to. I got too much, like you said, being self-employed and family stuff and all that going here.
Well, driving to Texas from Minnesota is probably the most boring drive ever because you're going through all of those farming states where you're doing nothing.
You know, if it was in Houston, that'd be nice. Houston's only 4 hours from me.
So I'm going to be a shameless beggar since we have 45 people watching. Would you guys hit the like button for me? It really helps my channel because I rarely make videos on YouTube, and I would really appreciate it. Good morning, Karen. I think I should get a warehouse for all of my stuff. Where do you store all of your stuff, Glenn?
Here at work. Well, I got some of it here at work. Basically, got stuff I try to keep at work is stuff that actually got listed on eBay or Poshmark. So if I do sell it, a lot of time I can do that same day shipping. I got a little bit at home in my second bedroom in an apartment. Then I got a couple of warehouses that we have for our bike stuff, and I kind of steal a couple of the shelves and put that on. You know that.
Yeah.
But my problem is listing stuff. I got, you know, like I said, I got a mega death pile. You know, I got to make myself list that stuff today. You know, that way if not, they'll be sitting.
I have a death pile of stuff to put away. That's what I'm doing right now.
Right.
Because that's not fun. Putting stuff away is never fun.
You know, I got more of a deaf room. You know, I got thousands of dollars just sitting there that need to be listed. You know.
I always try to have thousands of dollars that need to be listed because you never know if you're going to have time to source, and then you always have stuff.
Well, especially where you're at in Minnesota, where it's cold. I mean, you get you open your garage door and say, well, "Not going nowhere today," you know.
Well, I used to do lots of thrifting and things like that, but lately I've been doing a lot of bulk buys.
Right.
Just because it's been easier for me with everything I have going on.
Right.
So. Yeah. Oh, I just found a thing from a poly bag on top of my clothes there. Jeez Louise.
Have you ever found any money, anything in like clothing before?
I have, actually. And once I found a real Tiffany ring in a bag that I got. And it was actually a bag I bought on Poshmark, which was nuts. This was back in the wild west of Poshmark, though, when they first started, like before anyone knew about it, before I'd even met you. So that was a nice bonus.
You didn't see that video. I'm not sure how long it's been up there, but a guy, I guess it was in Canada, has a thrift shop. And some guy off the street, you know, dumpster diver and all that, been on the street for like 3 years, brings in a Disney print, which is not very big, and sells it for $20 to him. Well, he didn't know if it was really worth anything until he listed it, and he got over $3,000 for it.
Holy. And
he made a video and said, if I sell it for a real expensive, I'm gonna find the guy and give him half the money. And like I said, even half the money was $1,600 after fees and all that. His share was $1,600, and it shows him going on the road for like 2 weeks looking for him. You know, he sees other, you know, transients and asks him, "Hey, you know this guy?" and all that. Yeah, he's usually at 7-Eleven or on this street. So he finally found him, and all that. And he's doing it, you can go on YouTube and all that. And he did a video, it had him in the shop and interviewing him kind of. And he gave me an envelope and he's digging it out, he pulls out $1,600. That's your share on that Disney print you brought in. I sold you for $20.
That is so crazy. Did I tell you about the fishing reel I found earlier this year?
Right.
Might have been like 6 months ago.
Oh, I didn't hear that one.
I found this vintage fishing reel still in the package at Goodwill. I think I paid like $3 or $4 for it. Can't even remember now.
Mm.
But I sold it for $85 in like
Wow.
24 hours.
Cool.
And I had no idea it was worth anything. Like,
Yeah.
I just looked at it and I'm like, oh, this looks like it might be worth something. I love picking up things like that.
Right. My best find ever so far, and it's right when I actually started doing this, I found an empty box at a estate sale, and they didn't have it. It was a family-run estate sale. They were doing it, and luckily with the estate people doing it because they gave the box to me for free, and it's maybe from the '60s, and it held like a little pistol in it, and they still had the little tools in there, like 3 little steel tools, like maybe 2 inches long. And I said, "How much for this?" "Well, you can have it."
Cool.
Okay. And I put it on eBay, put it on auction, and got $340 for it.
Awesome.
Which was cool. But if I would have had the instructions in the paper, I'd probably add, for the paper, I could probably, wax paper to wrap the gun in, probably extra $50 or so, $25. Instructions, probably I'd add $50. So I could have probably got another $100 if all that would have been in the box. I was looking at the other comps people were selling them for and all that, and mine was like a lot better shape. And some of those, the newer ones were aluminum tools. People were, emailing, "Hey, are they steel? Can you check it with a magnet?" I said, email, "Yeah, they're steel."
Oh, Karen says, it's not easy working a full-time job and then selling online. Are you exhausted all the time? Yes and no.
Yeah.
Some Sundays I'm very exhausted. If you watch me in the Fortunes and Reselling show, sometimes I'm really quiet. It's because I've been up since like 4 a.m. working. But I try to be more fun.
Yeah, that's my problem. Like I said, when I get home, I'm so tired, more, I guess, to get out of my lazy,
But I like to do all the shows whenever I'm invited to do a show because I never leave not learning something.
Yeah.
Like, you never stop learning. And
Right.
I just, whenever I'm invited to talk to people or hang out, I never want to turn that down.
I got to make a few phone calls, but call some customers back. So I'll be back in.
Okay, I'll step in. I'll step in so you're not
We were talking about like the coolest things we found to flip that we didn't know were worth money. If you have any, like just looking at it and you were like, "Oh, this looks cool," and then figured out it was worth a lot of money.
I'll tell you, I've had quite a few of those, honestly, in this last storage unit that I bought.
Awesome.
Like, for instance, I listed this 2 days ago. It's a ElfQuest. It's a limited edition book. ElfQuest is kind of like a comic book series. And this thing's signed by Wendy and Richard Penny, which are the authors or the creators of the comic. Little did I know that this thing's worth about $550, this book.
That's so cool. Did that just pay for your storage unit if you sell it?
This book alone, yes. Yeah.
I love that. I love it when I do bulk buys and there's like one awesome thing that just pays for all of it. Or if you go to the bins and you find like one awesome thing that pays for everything.
And the crazy thing is I listed it and like I checked on it 4 hours after I listed it and I already had 12 watchers. I was like, this is ridiculous.
That's what happened with the fishing reel I found. You missed earlier when I was talking to Glenn. I just saw this like older fishing reel still in the plastic at Goodwill. I think I paid like $3 or $4 for it earlier this year. I talked to, I can't remember who I talked to. It was either Lonnie or Ronnie Hart. and they were like, oh, you should try to just like price it high and see what happens with the best offer. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that. I listed it for $85 best offer, and it sold for full ask within 24 hours because I couldn't find any comps on it. And now I'm like kicking myself. I'm like, oh, maybe I should have listed it for more. But
do you have like, okay, so if there's not any comps on eBay, I mean, the only reason why there wouldn't be any comps is if that particular item has not been listed or sold on eBay in the past 3 months. And so I actually, because I'm running across a lot of rarer items in this storage unit, so I actually had to purchase a subscription of WorthPoint,
yeah,
and it's helped out tremendously.
I didn't know you have Worth Point. Now I might be messaging you all the time. Oh, hey, do you have a second? Can you look this up for me? Can't find any comps.
That is
I actually
fine.
have one thing right now. I have a vintage dress that I could not find any comps on. Like looked on Google, everything. I could not find one of them listed anywhere. So I have it listed on eBay, or no, wait, I haven't listed it on eBay yet, but I'm going to probably today. I have it in a draft. And then I listed it on Poshmark, and I think I have it listed for like $150, but I paid $2 for it.
That's awesome.
I just could feel the material, and I looked at it, and I'm like, this is really expensive. I've never heard of it before, but I can tell it's expensive.
Grubmaster Reseller said, I bought a French cooking book for $2 and sold it for $450.
Oh my gosh, cool. I
That's
need to get into books.
that's exactly why, that's the very reason why we do this. You know, those are the kind of scores that keep us going, guys.
For sure.
No doubt.
That's what makes it fun. Like, I just love hunting for that cool thing, and then you can't wait to list it because you know it's going to sell right away.
Yeah.
Found another cute thing in this pile that I kind of want to keep, but I won't. Now I keep thinking about eBay Open. Jeez.
Do it.
I'm still sleeping, but I just sent him a text. I was like, people are trying to talk me into going to eBay Open.
Yeah.
What percentage of eBay you do versus Poshmark? I know Poshmark about 90% of your business, or do you do a lot of eBay too? Or
it honestly depends what mood I'm in. Like, I literally sell tons of weird things on eBay. I just usually don't talk about it on YouTube. Right. Like, example, I have all of these sim games. I know I was talking to somebody in a chat. I think it was in Scott's chat earlier this week. I always pick these up whenever I find them, and I can usually get them for like 25 cents at sales. Because if you find the old ones that have the code book in there with the disc, like, people always want to buy those on eBay. So I picked those up. Like, I've got a bunch of stuff in here, but I just, most of my eBay stuff is like,
yeah, I kind of see the pile of stuff back there, you know.
But I do list clothes on eBay too. Like, the more expensive things or the more rarer things, I list them on eBay. Or like the more mature style, nice clothing. And then there's stuff I know sells on Poshmark, so then I list that on Poshmark. So I'd honestly say it's 50-50. It just depends which one I pay more attention to at the time. But I like picking things up for 25 cents and making $20 that are easy to list. I'll take it. All right. I think I've had too much coffee. I'm getting the coffee shakes.
Yeah, I drink 2 cups, and that's my limit. You know?
There's no such thing as too much coffee for me. I drink coffee all day long.
We're having a pretty good conversation in this working hangout today. somebody listens back to it, they're gonna get a lot of tips like your elf book. Bolo.
I mean, that's just like, that's one thing I really like about buying storage units, although I'm pretty new at it, is you're going to find things in those storage units that have, you know, you're going to find stuff that you typically can't find in a thrift store. But mostly because stuff like that, if you're not at the thrift store when they wheel it out, it's already gone.
Yeah, that's true.
That's when you need to make friends with the people that work there and say, call me when
Yeah.
grease somebody's palms and all that, which I think you probably got a few that do that.
In this bin. I thought I would have to get another one, but I'm cranking along here. Oh, speaking of the dress, here it is. If you want to look this up on WorthPoint for me and see if you can find it, Jason, I'll type it in for you on the side cat here.
Yeah, I don't do enough volume to do WorthPoint yet.
Ebert sweater dress. What's it look like?
And I will pull up Poshmark listing to send you the link. That's probably easier. Waiting for this blizzard to start. It hasn't started yet. All right. Where are you now? Sorry. Oh, it only took half the link. I'm just a mess this morning. Jeez Louise.
Is it
Here, I got it now.
a women's dress?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything. Huh.
It might be like from overseas too, which is cool. Which means if I just throw it up on eBay, it might be there for a while, but it'll eventually sell. So, like a boutique type deal. I'm
Right.
probably losing you. You're a guy. You're not into this stuff.
I mean, I've sold plenty of women's clothing. I know what Johnny Was is. I know Eileen Fisher. I know.
Eileen Fisher's kind of been, I don't know, sucking lately. I haven't really been picking it up because it just.
Yeah, it's kind of it's. I think it's on a downhill trend.
I think it's just like oversaturated. So many people pick it up now, and there's so many styles that just aren't that cute that clog it on eBay and Poshmark. I don't know. That's just me.
Oh yeah, no, it makes sense. Like St. John, like the Santana knit stuff. That stuff goes very well.
Yeah, I just listed a couple new with tag St. John things last night, and they're getting a lot of hits on eBay already.
It looks like a very well made piece.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And like just touching it, that's how I found it. It was in a bunch of racks somewhere, like a higher end consignment shop deal that was having a sale. And I felt it and I'm like, this is really expensive. I'm picking this up because it's got to be worth something.
Mm.
That's my size, so I suppose I could just keep it for myself if I don't sell it because it's cute. Maybe wear it to eBay open, 120 degrees in this desert.
There you go. Now you've got the right idea.
Bye, Phil. Good morning, Dwayne. You can come in with us if you want. Let me know. I'll send you the link. Good morning, North Georgia Picker. This is fun. I like this. I just have not been able to do a hangout for so long. I'm having a blast. This is like the hangout that'll never end. Just tell me when you guys are sick of talking to me and I'll hang it up. Justin had something going on, so he is not going to come in. He sent me a message.
Oh, that's not a problem. No, I could do this for hours. I'm going to be listing, so.
Me too. I'm getting tons of stuff done right now. I will not move from this chair probably until noon, except for to get coffee, because I have about 4 huge. I don't know. Do you do this with your clothes? I gotta ask you this since I have another clothing person with me. So I have these huge hampers that I put everything in after I list, and I've got like 4 of those full of crap that I need to inventory and put outside. So I'll be here for a while.
Yeah.
It's so much easier though when I'm taking pictures because I can just whip everything in there and.
Yeah. Well, what I usually do is like I actually have a few industrial grade clothing racks, and I'll hang everything that I have. Like I'll hang, like if I plan on doing 50 pieces of clothing that day, I'll hang all 50 pieces and then I'll sort them by like men's and women's. Then I'll sort them like pants and jeans, tops and jackets. And then I'll start on one end of the rack, and I'll just start taking photos and measurements, and I'll take the photos and then I'll write down the measurements and I'll put it back on the rack in the same order. And then when I sit down to list, I'll just wheel the rack over to me. I've got my measurements in front of me and photos uploaded into a file on my computer, and then I'll just list start to finish.
I almost do the same. Close.
Yeah.
I take all my measurements first, and I'm old school about it. I used to put them in the computer, but it's just easier. Like, I actually just write them all down.
Yeah.
Then I can take this notebook with me wherever I go. And then I hang them all up, get them steamed, ready to go on a rack. And then I take the pictures, and then I'll just list that way, like off the pictures, because I already have the measurements. And then I throw them all into these beautiful bins and then inventory them and put them away. But this I usually do like watching TV with my husband or something. We just haven't really been around, so you don't really have to pay attention doing that.
I don't have them with me, but I usually, since I have enough room to do this, because I'll put my racks out in my shop, and there's no dust that gets in my shop. Like things can sit for months and not have dust in my shop, and so I'll leave all the clothing hanging until it sells. So I make these little SKU tags up that I put on the hanger, and I just keep everything in numerical order on the racks. And so when it sells, I know exactly where it is. I'll go pull it, and that's when I'll fold it up and pack it up.
If I had enough space to do that, I would totally do the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Bins just work easier for me, and I get like the airtight, moisture tight, whatever ones, and then I just fold everything really nicely and stick it in there. So.
Yeah, that's definitely how I would do it if I was limited space, because, you know, it's faster to ship that way. I can guarantee it. But at the end of the day, you know, I'll likely be able to list more, not having that extra step of, you know, putting everything in airtight bags until it sells. Of course, I've got to do it then, but at that point, you know, it's worth it. I already got paid for it. So
totally. Excuse me. Partied too hard last night.
Partied hard.
Oh, Bianca says, do I have to iron all the clothes? Usually not. They don't really get too wrinkled because they usually don't sit this long. Like, they sit for maybe like an hour. This has been sitting here for a couple days. So, unfortunately, some of these I probably would. But a lot of my stuff, I purposely pick it up because it's not wrinkled. Like this sweater. It's not going to get wrinkled. And I try to pick up stuff that doesn't get wrinkled. So, makes my life easier.
Mm-hmm.
We're being really quiet. Chat people, give us some stuff to talk about. Good morning, Jody. I'm being shameless and asking for likes again. We have a lot of people watching, like 50 people, and I only have 31 likes.
Do it. Hit the
And I
like
rarely
button.
make videos, so please like my video. Then I will make more.
Yes. Do it. Smash that like button, guys. First printing. First edition, first printing.
Aaron, are you talking to me? He says, you need something on your wall. Yeah, I kind of do. But I actually probably am going to put 2 more shelves back there, so that's why I haven't hung anything up. Need to maximize my space in this house. Our house is definitely too small for us, but we don't want to move because we really like our neighbors. So, and I want to turn this into a rental property someday. That's another reason we haven't moved. Candace likes my blank white walls. It's actually super light gray though. I just have really bad lighting in here because I have the window open right now. But they're like super, super light gray.
You guys can see my death pile behind me.
I'm like blocked in by inventory in here right now. It's very scary. I don't even think I can get out. I gotta show you guys because this is hilarious. Like, can you see this? I'm literally trapped by inventory.
I get like that sometimes.
Soon it will all be put away, and then I can put more crap in this room.
That stuff. I mean, golly. I'm swimming in inventory right now.
I'd rather have too much inventory though than not enough. The only time I get stressed out is if I don't have things to list and then I don't want to pick up crap that I don't feel like selling.
I hear you there.
hi, Monty. Monty just joined us. Candace is taking her Christmas tree down today.
I did that just last week.
At least she put her Christmas tree up. I didn't even get that far.
Yeah, who needs a lint roller when you got tape?
Yep. Old school way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that, kind of get up the vein stuff off before I take some pictures outside. I got a lint brush around here somewhere. If there are any Green Bay Packer fans in there, I got this for sale. I actually made a sale last week off my live video a couple weeks ago. Somebody saw a Lego clock I had and emailed me that same day and bought it.
All right. My bin's getting full. Might have to go get another one.
Uh-oh. Man, I don't know. I don't want Christmas to be over, so I just leave my Christmas tree up till like March.
So yours is still up?
No. I mean, I finally got mine out of here because I was afraid, self-combust and burn my house down. But
Oh, yeah. So you got a real tree then?
oh yeah,
Okay.
that, and I like the smell of a real Christmas tree. I love that smell, and I just don't want it to go away. It's like I procrastinate getting it put up, and then, like 2 weeks before Christmas, we finally got our Christmas tree up. And then after Christmas, I was like, I'm not ready to take this down. And so it just stays up for 2 more months.
My grandmother had like an artificial, she had it up like, was it March? And
Yeah.
But I guess you can say in March, put, green stuff with it for St. Patrick's Day. Easter comes, put some Easter bunnies, hang some Easter bunnies on it.
Yeah, make it the Easter tree.
Little tree.
Yeah.
Then if you got the room for it, people get lazy and say, oh, heck, I don't have to get to it. It's not in the way.
Let's see here.
Oh, I got my coffee.
I'm going to need another coffee refill soon. Slamming my coffee.
I'm getting there.
I always have fear of missing out. Dwayne's talking about that. That's why I got 2 hours of sleep last night, because I didn't want to miss out on last night's festivities. And then I didn't want to miss out working. So I'm just like sitting in bed staring at the ceiling thinking, I don't have time to sleep.
Yeah, ain't got no time
Almost
for
did
that.
kill me.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I've been trying to clone myself. I can't figure out how to do it yet.
The crazy thing when you think about it, if you get 8 hours of sleep every day, that's a third of your life.
Right.
You spend a third of your life in your bed.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you work far away, you figure out a quarter of your life is spent in a car commuting to work.
Yeah. I remember watching a YouTube video where they took like all these marbles. It was either marbles or Skittles or something, and they put them all in a big, huge jar, and then they poured them all out. And they just started taking away those Skittles for parts of your life, like what you do. Like they took They took a third of the Skittles away and said, "This is the time that you sleep." And they took a third of the Skittles away and said, "This is the time that you work." So now you're left with a third, and then you have, your commute time. You have the time that you're, doing other things like watching TV or whatever, just taking a national average of how many hours people watch TV.
I'm laughing.
And I mean, at the end of it all, it was such a minuscule amount left of time in your life that most people devote to doing things that they love to do, that it just kind of hits home really hard when you watch it.
Oh man, do you guys ever do this to your bins?
Oh yeah.
Nothing some eBay tape can't fix.
I'd drill little holes in it and then use safety wire, being a mechanic, make it look like stitches.
I love these things. Like, I already put the top on or I'd show you.
Right.
But they're totally moisture proof. This one I'm keeping in the house because I'm going to tape the hole in it. But
it's got that rubber seal and then the clamps.
Yeah. And I buy them at Menards when they go on sale. I can get them for like $5 a piece. They go on sale all the time.
And if you got them at garage sales, a lot of times you can find them for $1 a piece or cheaper. They're hard to find good ones that aren't stinky, and all that, been in the garage.
eBay tape to the rescue. Maybe I should change the title of this
I got my eBay tape right there.
It's like the Red Green show, fixing everything with eBay tape instead of duct tape.
My priority tape. I got my clear tape.
Some people in here might be too young to remember the Red Green show.
What show was that?
It's old guys that fixed everything with duct tape.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna MacGyver this thing.
Yeah.
It's gonna work, dang it.
Oh, like in my day riding motorcycles, duct tape, safety wire, and zip ties.
That's funny.
And zip ties and safety wire on the trail, and it's hard to carry duct tape on the trail. If you ever watch NASCAR, they got that giant duct tape that's like 6 inches wide and like it could be 3 feet long. They'll use.
Okay, I sort of fixed it. Oh, there's still another crack. Don't put heavy things in there, like over 80 pounds, because that's how I cracked this.
I'll be right back, guys.
Look at that. Good as new.
You tape it on both sides?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say tape it on both sides. Just don't tape it on one side.
Now I have to come up with an inventory name for this bin. Perfect. Whoa, I can see my floor. It's a miracle. I have not looked at the chat for a long time now. I should probably catch up with it.
And I got kind of popped up the pop-up chat and kind of got it real small, where I can just read a little bit of it.
You guys doing anything fun today? Oh, Jason's gone.
Yeah, I'm working. Yeah, my church tonight's got a world-class guitar player coming to play tonight. You know, he traveled all over the world, so I'm going to watch him. Last month we had Dole Dykes, which, I mean, he's playing at the Opry tonight, actually. He was at our church a couple months ago.
Cool.
Oh, and he's world-class, you know. You know, one of the people that goes to our church is real big into guitars, and he knows all the big wigs and all that. And he's coming to our church about, you know, a few times a year and play.
Yes. Yes. Philip says you have to look for the Red Green episode where he jury rigs a toilet as a carburetor.
I'm trying to figure out how you do that.
I actually, at my cabin last year, my dog ran through the screen and we
Right.
had a bunch of people over, so I couldn't fix the screen. And I did eBay tape over the whole thing. Like, I wanted to take a picture.
Well, that would have been cool.
I should have. That would have been hilarious, actually. Tommy's asking if I find Helly Hansen. I do. Not as much as I used to, but I do. And every time I see it, I pick it up. The last piece I picked up, let me look at my Poshmark. It was even custom embroidered, so I didn't think I would get that much money for it. I think I paid like $8 for it or something. It might be in one of my haul videos, actually. But it was embroidered, and I still sold it for a lot of money. So even if you see them embroidered, pick them up.
Well, just ask for a high price. You might lucky and sell it, you know, instead of saying, well, I'm going to sell it for less. You might get the same person, the same name. Or they can actually, you know, can you modify
$119?
Right.
And it
Yeah,
was
can you modify embroidery stuff once it's done like a tattoo? People cover up the tattoo or modify a tattoo. Can you modify embroidery?
I'll put my sold jacket in the chat so you guys can look at what we're talking about, what it looks like. Helly Hansen always sells really well for me, at least women's, when I find it.
Well, it's like a sweatshirt, like a sweatshirt, but some like cold weather. Cool.
I'm just super happy that I'm getting this stuff out of here.
That's pretty cool looking there.
Yeah, it was a cute jacket.
Looks like a sailing jacket or like a cold, you know, like according to the sailboat on there, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I think it was like for a ski team or something.
Right. Well, sometimes that logo might make it more valuable, you know, if it's some like a team deal, you know.
Yeah.
Versus one without it, you know. What did LL stand for? Was it a certain team? Did you ever find that out?
Hold on, let me look at it. I think it was like a high school team down here. There's so many
high school. I didn't know if like a national team or like some U.S. some type of USA team or something.
I cannot remember now for the life of me. I remember trying to figure it out, but if you guys don't know what a Helly Hansen jacket looks like, definitely look at the link I dropped in there, because if you see that in a thrift store rack, pick it up because it's expensive. Especially if you're not from a northern state, right, and there's a lot of people that ski around you.
You're like down south, I would never see something like that. You know, the odds are, unless, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Where'd my phone go?
Did Jason leave us forever? We might need someone else to come in our live chat.
Right. Yeah, I'm about to go take pictures for about 5 or 6 minutes. So I got 3 items. Those 2 sweatshirts and a
Leave
pair
me
of jeans.
alone. Can't talk to myself. How sad is that?
I'm gonna drink this coffee. It'll be cold before I leave, so I don't want to come back to cold coffee.
Well, I can always end it too, if we need to. Just let me know. Let's see here. KP just said that women's clothing is a huge hole in my game. I would say if you guys want to learn about women's clothing, look up solds on eBay and Poshmark. That is how you will learn. Like, you can always watch haul videos, but I feel like, especially with the more common brands, if you see them in haul videos, in a couple months, they're usually not worth it. So I always like to do my own research. Making an eBay fort over here. Oops. I should share my Poshmark closet. I didn't do that yet today. Whoops. Yes, Craig is saying check solds in the 40 plus range. I actually do that daily, several times a day on eBay, because you never know if there's going to be like some one-off brand that you learn about. If you have the time, if you have downtime, even if you're sitting watching TV, look up solds. You learn so much.
Yeah, I try to stop watching TV and just watch more YouTube.
Yeah, I usually listen to YouTube. Like, I don't even watch it. I'll just have it on in the background. And it's usually resellers. So, and then I'll open the chat and talk to people while I'm working.
Oh, I got here.
All right. I type really loud, so sorry for people who have to listen to me typing. Oh, Mr. Sadie, hello. Feel bad for anyone listening to this later. We're boring. We're just working too hard. All right. Well, I think I'm going to end this hangout because we are both working too hard to continue to chat and entertain everyone.
Yeah. Well, thanks for letting me hang out, Lauren.
I hope that everyone has an awesome day. Thank you for hanging out with me. If I have time later tonight or tomorrow, I will do another one of these because I'm literally working all weekend. So if I have another time where I'm just listing or if I'm just entering inventory, I will try to do another hangout. So if you are not subscribed to me, make sure you subscribe and hit the little bell button. And
Right
maybe
down
I will
here.
see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining me, Glenn.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to Glenn, his channel is Swamp Picker and he finds really cool things all the time. If you joined us late, he showed some of his finds early on in the video, so you will have to rewatch the beginning to see those because they were awesome. But anyway, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. It was awesome talking to all of you. Have a wonderful Saturday and
Okay.
happy sales.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.